We need your support. Click the like buttons below. Now onto the video. Welcome to readtheticker.com. Today we're looking at Bitcoin from the Bitstamp exchange. Currently the price I'm looking at live, which is just the day before Easter in the US, which is a low of 7006 and the current close is at 7197. Now the question is, how low can we expect it to go? Well, we're going to use a bit of a cycle analysis to do this. So let's show you how you do it. First of all, we've got the log chart of Bitcoin with a 50 period simple moving average. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure price action, or price, from the moving average. So I'm going to take the blue line and subtract it from the black line, or the grey line I should say, and that'll give us our detrending price oscillator. Okay, so what actually happens down here is simple moving average is now 0. That's it on the chart, and the blue line is now the difference, which is now the black line, away from 0. Okay, so at the moment we're going to look at price action and we're going to say this sell-off here was 50%, took price action 50% from the current price below the SMA. As you can see, it's happened 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So that's the recorded extreme where buyers jump in and buy up. Okay, so that's happened here, here, and here. So now we're currently at the, as you can see, we're around about the, what are we at, 25 or 26, negative 26. So in previous pullbacks, excuse me, that aren't 50%, so we've got one at here, which is about 38%, another one about there, which is about 28%. So if we put in, let's take 28, I would think 28 is probably pretty good, 38 is a bit extreme. So let's say we're going to expect the black line to go down to where it's previously stopped before, between 28 and 38. If we put in mine, I'll just calculate some numbers for you, 28 and 38. Okay, so if I bring my spreadsheet across to the video, it shows that we can expect price to go to a range of these numbers here, 6782 or 6700, and just around 6,000. I would think. Let's round that to 6,000. Okay, if it's anything beyond that, it's obviously, I would define that as a pretty big crash. So I would expect at the moment we're at 7. I would expect the people on the sidelines who've got big cash and they want to start getting in, they're going to start to get pretty excited when it gets around the 6.7 mark, 6.8 mark. The reason why I'm using these prices is because that's where the buying or the demand have stepped up before. They've stepped up when the market's gone at least 28 to 38% away from the simple moving average, as you can see here. If I click that, right? The normal pullback is obviously around 10-15%, which is around these levels here. So as you can see, you're looking very similar. This pullback here, I'll just get my computer screen right. This pullback here is looking very similar to this pullback here. So it's gone down there. So I'd expect, you know, it's obviously Easter where it's very quiet, so it's very easy to do some selling and push price down. So we're now at 7,000. We're going to probably bounce around the 7,000 handle. Look for that to break. Very low volume, and I would expect the big demand to turn up around the 6.8 level, 6.7 level, just as it breaks all the stops at 7,000. And obviously, if it gets down to minus 50%, which would be below the 6,000 level, it's a whole different ball game, which has not happened before. So I'm using what type of action we've happened before, and the reason why I'm using that action is because I believe the bullish picture is still in place, and I believe demand is still under there, and that has been proven by where demand stopped up at 50%. So I believe demands are going to step up around now, which is 7,000 to 6.8. I heard some commentators say that the bearishness might continue till tax time, which is about, I think in America is April 17th. So it's probably 2 more weeks to see it bounce around 200 or 300 more points. And makes common sense. It's a good place to buy. Just above the previous 6,000 low. This was the 6,000 low around here. Come on. The button right. Oh yeah. This point here. Sorry, it's the 6,000 low. So I don't expect that low to be taken out. Because of the previous behaviour. So it's unusual to get a double dip 50%. That's what I'm trying to say. You haven't seen a double dip 50%. You've seen a double dip 25%, but not a double dip 50%. So let's hope demand. I don't have a position in Bitcoin. I'm just trying to work out what's happened before, see where demand stepped up, and demand has found it attractive, especially so around the 30% mark. Okay, negative 30% mark on the S&P 500, which works out to be 6,800. So let's see what happens. The price I'm looking at now is 7183 on the bit stamp for Bitcoin. But now that it's at 7,000, you can expect that to be broken and stocks to be busted. Have a good Easter.